Welcome, myriad of monsters, to Geek Salad's Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And tonight we are wrapping up our month-long look at Golden Age comedy team films. And we are ending off with Abbot Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Yeah. Despite the fact that they don't actually meet Frankenstein, they meet Frankenstein's monster.
Yes, exactly. This is a weird one, and this is also the thing with a lot of Abbott and Costello movies where the title is very misleading. I haven't watched a lot of Abbott and Costello movies, but the one movie I remember watching as a kid was Abbott and Costello Go to Mars. They didn't go to Mars; they went to Venus.
Yeah, and then they also made Abbott and Costello Meet the Killer Boris Karloff.
Mm-hmm.
But
which is fitting because Boris Karloff does not play the monster.
No. I guess when marketing this one, Universal actually paid Boris Karloff to do like poses outside of the New York theater. Yeah, and he's like, "I'll do it as long as I don't have to see the movie."
Yeah, this is all right. So this is kind of a departure from the last few movies we've talked about.
Yeah,
as this is actually a full narrative film. There aren't really bits in this the same way. What a Grinch. There aren't really bits in this that just are played out until the bit is over and then they move on to the next bit.
Yeah.
We are introduced to Chick and Wilbur, and they are, in charge of this monster museum.
Yeah.
And the casket of Count Dracula and the body of Frankenstein's monster. And it's like, okay, well, I guess that's one way of getting them in there.
Yeah. This movie I enjoy more for its nostalgia than the actual movie itself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Costello Wilbur, he annoys the fuck out of me a lot of the time.
That's like, he is supposed to be the funny one.
Yeah.
And Lou Costello is supposed to be the
No, Lou Costello is Wilbur.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Bud Abbott is the eternal straight man. There's very little that he does.
Yes. Yeah. Is like the whole he sees something, he shouts it out, and then nothing's there, and then that's fine. But honestly, for me, when he is like, he's like takes forever to find his voice. I'm like, dude, I get it.
I'm sure that's slayed in post-war America.
Yeah.
It's tough. Again, not having lived through that era, obviously, being able to tell what the taste for comedy were back then. Yeah. I mean, again, keeping in mind too, almost everything we have looked at is from the 30s.
Yeah.
This is kind of the exception. This comes late in the 40s too. This is, I mean, I think that Lou Costello will be dead within 10 years of this.
I know that by this point their career was on the downward slope.
Right.
And actually, I read on the Wikipedia page for this one, I guess the director said, is quoted as saying, Bill and Lon and Glenn Strange played the monster. They were fine. He said the real monsters in this movie were Abbott and Costello.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that they were very demanding and very hard to work with.
They were. I mean, and I'm a fan of Abbott and Costello. I mean, I've got both seasons of their show on Blu-ray. But yeah, this one is it revived their career, but it's much harder to watch now.
Yeah, this is kind of like the Milton Berle Address classic.
Mm,
They got to wear that dress to contain that monster schlong of his. But yeah, I feel like, I mean, this is the movie that is supposed to be like the best of the Abbott Costello films, especially the Abbott Costello Meets the
yeah,
films.
this is also the first of those.
Yes, you're right. It's also weird too because it's not
Yeah.
just, they don't just meet Frankenstein's monster. They have to include other monsters in there as well, almost as if Universal was like, listen, this movie can't carry itself if you're just being chased by the creature the entire time, or as the studio execs are probably calling him, Frankenstein.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say that this was actually one of the very first movies to combine the monsters. Actually, no, this was the very first one to combine the monsters, but to make like Dracula as the leader.
Right,
Which,
exactly. Well, yeah, he's got money. I mean, the 1%'s always going to be, pulling the strings. Ha! See what I did there? Pulls the strings.
Pulls the strings. Pull the strings.
It's also funny too because in this we get Lon Chaney Jr., who is doing not nearly as good of a job as his old man would have done. But
he also was not a big fan of this movie. Apparently,
this is really tough because it's like, how do you weigh this movie? Because like the actual quote unquote timely performances, like the performances of their time, which are primarily going to be, Wilbur and Chick, but also like Sandra and Joan, Mr. McDougal, like the human.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. McDougal is a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah, I think he showed up at Frank Ferguson showed up at a bunch of Abbott Costello. Yeah, Frankenstein. Or maybe I'm wrong. No, he only appeared in this one.
Joe came up with the Invisible Man cameo at the end. You literally had 4 out of the 5 monsters from Hotel Transylvania in it.
Oof, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, no mummy in this one. That would be the very last monster movie that
Meet the Mummy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, is that like almost like one of the only pure pieces of joy in this movie came at the end with Vincent Price doing an uncredited voice for the Invisible Man. I'm the Invisible Man. And then lighting a cigarette. I thought that was really inspired. And it was like, oh, come on. You told me you could have had him? As dry as a mummy.
I mean, again, as much as I love Abbott Costello, they were probably the least interesting parts of this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like Bela was really in his element. He's even been having a fun time doing this.
I'm sure he was having a fun time because he knew there was a paycheck at the end. That paycheck's going to pay for more morphine. So it's
and I looked it up. Costello died 11 years after this movie came out.
Yeah, exactly. He died really young.
Yeah, he was like in his 50s.
Yeah, I think it was like congestive heart failure or something like that. I mean, because he probably had to eat to maintain that, that figure as, the funny fat guy in the group.
Yeah. And when did Bela Lugosi? Oh, jeez. Bela Lugosi died 8 years after this movie.
Oh, jeez. Hey, but you will always have Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah. So I was just about to say, he's 8 years away from Plan 9 for this one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is tough too because I feel like, as you mentioned, they were kind of on the downward swing at this point. And that I agree, a lot of the film just stopped when those two were on. I don't get the love for this film by later audiences. I don't understand the love for Bride of Frankenstein either. Oof.
Bride of Frankenstein, I would disagree with you on that one.
I'm going to do the same.
That's a good one.
Bride of Frankenstein is a far more accomplished film than the original Frankenstein. I think James Whale was totally in his element there. But, that's that is a polite we shall agree to disagree. With this one, yeah, you'd mentioned they were on the tail end of their career,
Yeah.
so we weren't getting their best stuff.
You know what? You love
what it's like to be the sad man.
You love what you love, and you hate what you hate.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum, or vice versa. Okay, yeah. I have a whole list of movies like that we could actually do a full podcast on.
Yeah, we could. Everyone
could just do like the it insists upon itself thing, and I'm going to have to listen to Joe talk about The Godfather. It's like, come on, man. Not you, Joe, our Joe.
Yeah.
But it's like we watching the other movies from this month and seeing them in their prime, seeing the Marx Brothers in their prime, seeing Chaplin in his prime, seeing the Stooges in their prime, even with, losing Curly and replacing him with Shemp. Yeah. It was, they were still firing on those cylinders. This really did feel like, an agent was just like offering them Stop the Planet of the Apes. I want to get off. It's
yeah. I mean, I can't fault them. I'm sure they backed up a whole load of money for them, and they're like, okay, we'll do this one movie, I guess. And then it like revived their career. So like, oh, I guess we'll do more.
Yeah,
and we'll try not to kill each other.
They probably cost next to nothing to make, and with a revolving cast that the only two constants have to be, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, then I can totally understand that. I mean, we are talking about, Hollywood working on the cheap and churning out this style of movie.
I mean, according to Wikipedia, the budget for this movie was $792,000, and it pulled in a box office of $3.2 million. Yeah. So that is a success any way you cut it.
People wanted to see it. It's still post-war. People wanted to laugh.
Yep.
They were going to find it in this movie, but still. I'm even trying to think if there were, because I watched it earlier in the week, because watching this movie is a pain in the ass if you're trying to stream it. So you and I both watched it on Internet Archive, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you also get the Portuguese version of it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, the version I had has Portuguese subtitles in it.
Oh,
I was able to watch it in English, but it was Portuguese subtitles, and it was I had to actually watch it on a computer monitor, because even though I saw that they had the ability to cast it to my TV, it wouldn't cast.
Huh.
So the file type wouldn't cast over. It's one of those stupid things. It's like there's certain apps that don't do it. Like the RiffTrax thing. You actually need the RiffTrax app to make them work. You can't just cast them over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I would watch this over Epic Movie any day.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it wasn't. I mean, those movies are just trying to be very deliberate.
Yeah. I will say, while I say Abbott and Costello were the least interesting things about this movie, they still had funny bits that I did chuckle at. So
yeah,
I can't take that away from them.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what they. That's the issue too. Is that this movie, story-wise, this movie just the gags didn't stick with me.
Yeah. The whole just the beginning of part where they're on the crate and just kind of doing the back. I mean, it's clearly a stunt double with his feet embedded in hooks onto the crate, and the crate's, I'm sure, on a pivot thing.
Yeah.
But that being said, it was still a funny bit of physical comedy that, straight out of the Stooges type thing. So
right.
In fact, I've seen that bit on the Stooges. So
again, it's tough because I'm really trying not to badmouth this movie. It's just it was what it was, and I feel like, because this, out of all these movies that we watch, this is the only one that really felt like old Hollywood. Like that 1940s post-war, like the glamour and the hoorays for Hollywood.
Yeah.
This movie, I felt like this movie had that. Have enjoyed film more, found it more funny.
I mean, I can definitely confirm that. I can say yes, absolutely, because I did when I was a kid. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie, and it's still one that like I'll go back to every few years or so just to see if maybe I'm kind of re-clicking back in with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just when I just watched it, it was yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that, like, I mean, my mind was there to watch the movie, and it just didn't click with me the same way that, like, the witty repartee of the Marx Brothers,
Yeah.
or the physicality of Chaplin, or even the physicality of the Stooges, like that rapid fire
Yeah.
physicality of the Stooges. This really just kind of felt. I hate to say it felt like a movie.
Yeah.
It didn't feel as much of a comedy more than it felt like a movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that does kind of beg the question then, since we're wrapping up the month, how would you rank the movie or the movies / shorts that we watched?
I think I would actually go in the order we did them in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I would go with Animal Crackers, Modern Times, the Stooge Shorts, and then this.
All right. Well, me obviously I'm going to put Stooge Shorts as number one.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think after that would be Animal Crackers, then Modern Times, then this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so tis what tis, Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, and I don't really feel like I have more to say about this other than it is on the Internet Film Archive, so feel free to watch it if you haven't watched it in a while. I haven't actually looked to see if there's any more Abbott Costello on there.
Yeah, honestly, I would probably be more interested in maybe checking out some Abbott Costello movies from earlier in their career when they were still kind of firing on their cylinders.
Right, and they weren't doing things that had the names Abbott Costello in the title.
Yeah, like I know Buck Privates is usually considered one of their better ones. The only problem is finding these movies are really kind of hard.
I don't understand why these are the hardest ones to find. I mean, the Stooge Shorts were on YouTube.
Yeah.
Modern Times is right on HBO. The Marx Brothers catalog is weird in terms of where you find what. But I was happy to found Animal Crackers there. You could also
most of it's free, but some of the more popular ones are locked up somewhere.
Right.
But yeah, Abbott Costello, Universal maybe it's because the Universal monsters they were kind of walking this one up.
I don't know. Are they in the public domain? Apparently not.
No.
We're having this much difficulty finding them.
Yeah,
I'm actually curious. So I'm actually going to. You mentioned Buck Privates. I'm going to look to see if Buck Privates is available to stream. Nope. It is available for rent on or rent or purchase on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk is available on Max, Pluto, Roku, Tubi.
Yeah, so it seems like their more popular ones are, not anywhere, but they're like cheapo ones that nobody has ever heard of.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you can find anywhere.
Yeah. It's interesting too that I just pulled up Abbott Costello or Bud Abbott and Lou Costello Meet the Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm. So
it was 3 years later. It was 1951. And they are not playing the same characters.
No. You think with the ending of this movie that Abbott Costello Meet the Invisible Man would be a direct sequel? No, it has absolutely no link.
Yep.
Completely different characters. I don't even think Vincent Price didn't come back as the Invisible Man.
I didn't see his name in the credits.
No, it was someone else.
So yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
I guess we want to know then, what is your favorite Abbott Costello movie? Did you like this one, or is there another Meets movie that you like. Leave that polite comment below. Also, don't forget, this is YouTube, so subscribe, like, yada, yada, yada. We are on the socials at Geek Salad Podcast on Facebook and at Geek Salad Radio on Blue Sky. Also, Mike and I host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You can check that out wherever you get your podcasts. Hollywood at the time just love continuity. Especially with the Universal monsters. Wait, didn't we kill this guy? Yeah.
But now it's the his daughter. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, son of Frankenstein.
Yeah, when did he have a son? Before he died. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He impregnated the bride of Frankenstein, even though she was repulsed by him, and she's also dead. No working organs there, but we figured it out anyway. I need you now to get all the way off my back.
He was the Sean Bean of his time.
So Mike and I do host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You check that out wherever you podcast. You can also get in the live stream here when we go live. Mm-hmm. Mike just posted our latest episode where we talk about past and present New Year's resolutions. We have an episode coming up next week. We are going to be talking about our favorite music of 1996. It is 30 years, so my God.
Yeah, well, that's Lon Chaney for you.
Yep. And also, we have a new month coming up, and that month, because we are rolling into Oscar season, we're going to continue our tradition from last year. We're going to be looking at some of the Best Picture also rans, movies that were nominated for Best Picture but didn't quite win, but probably could have. Had circumstances been a little different. Yeah. So we're still kind of working on that because I got to see what's streaming where in February. So
some of our picks from movies have not actually been streaming anywhere. So we're hoping that changes next month.
Inexcusable is what it is.
Yeah.
So
some of these movies are like, where the hell are they? I feel like I'm a John Travolta from Pulp Fiction.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And we've already talked about that one. That totally would have beaten Forrest Gump. So
Shawshank Redemption is better.
Yeah, but Shawshank Redemption was never going to win. You can't even consider it a runner-up with the 2 nominations.
It should have been.
Sorry.
It should have been. It should have been.
Quiz Show got more nominations.
I don't care. Still better.
So anyway, that is going to be our conversation for next month and next week and everything else. So check us out everywhere. Yep. Joe, thanks for joining us in the chat tonight. And until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
Go forth and be nerdful. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.